let's begin. Kicking off this list, we got Sonata. There's some good. Even though she's the worst, there's some good to start off with. Like, her up angle. Her up angle is really good, kind of like this diagonal switch flip. The only problem is that when I hold up as Sonata, I don't really get her up angle. It's weird, because when I hold up as like Candyman, I get it. But like Sonata, she always uses her down angle, which is that. Like, yeah, wow, like it's not that good. It's really bad. It just goes in kind of like some like, goes in like, I don't know, can't really explain it. It's just not good. It's kind of like Raptor's up. And then, I feel like stuff that I would hit as other characters, I usually don't get as Sonata. That could just be a me thing, but I feel like she dies to way too much stuff. And then when you jump in the air and then strike, you can't use your double jump after that. Like, you're just a sitting duck, you'll just die. Like, if you miss your strike, you'd think you'd be able to double jump to compensate for that, but like, I don't know. And then... And then her special, you basically control it 4 times, and like the white circles tell you where the ball's gonna go, so you basically, if you control it 4 times, up, forward, and down.
Get ready, play ball!
Yeah, you control it up, forward, and down, right? And then you... Okay, you move the special up, forward, and down 4 times. And when it hits the ceiling floor, there are 2 walls on the map. It'll come back whatever angle you set it as. You set it on like an upper diagonal. It'll come back. Usually it'll just be like a faster version of her down angle, or like straight angle in between the 2 walls, or straight angle on the floor or the ceiling. I think a good thing about Sonata are her double jump and her up angle. But other than that, she's just pretty bad and average, and I feel like her even though her double jump's good, it doesn't help her as much as you think it would. And then her down angle's really bad, and her special hard to kill people with, so yeah. I'm not gonna talk the whole thing. I'm just gonna talk to when I need to, and then just let you watch this gameplay of how the character kind of performs in game. So yeah.
Look out! Feel the beat! Yeah! Here we go! Let's go! Feel the beat! Yep! Yeah! Yeah! Yep! Ah, damn it! Yeah! Yep! Yep! Feel the beat! Yeah! Bring it on! Yep! Yeah!
Game!
Oh boy, do I have a lot to talk about with Latch. And not just because he's my favorite character, there's actually a lot to fucking talk about. But he is the second worst character. I think Latch has a really good down angle. His up angle's alright. But is the main thing about Latch. His special is eating the ball. When he eats the ball, you can't take it from him until he spits it out. So he'll spit it out on a straight angle, an up angle, and a down angle. The up angle will either shoot off the floor or will shoot off the ceiling, depends how close you, not off the floor, off the wall, or the ceiling, depending on how close you are to the wall. And then it'll angle itself accordingly to whether you hit off the ceiling or the wall. The down angle will either hit off the corner of the wall or it'll hit off the floor. It'll circle around Latch and basically kill anything that's behind him. It's really good if someone's on your ass and you just want to get them from behind you. So you use that good down angle, boom. So I'm a down angle. But the main problem with Latch's special, which is why he's low on the list, is that once he spits out the ball, he's immobile. He can't move for a good second or two when he spits out the ball. When he spits out the ball. Which means that if you're close to him, you can down bunt Latch, and there's nothing he can do about it. The ball, you down bunt it, it'll turn your color, and it'll kill him. Because you can just steal it from his mouth, or you can bunt it from his mouth when the gauge is filled up. So, unless you bunt the ball, they can just down bunt it and kill you because you can't move for that split second. And when Latch bunts the ball, he can move instantly. But if he spits it out, he has to wait a little bit. Okay. Latch also has a thing that's very high risk, high reward. He can grab on the wall, so say like the wall's on the left side, you hold left, he'll stick to the wall. You have to hold left the whole time to stay on the wall. He has a unique angle and basically a reskin of Sonata's down and Raptor's up as his down angle on the wall. And then his up angle on the wall is this really good angle that basically covers the top of the screen and then surfaces down the edges of the bottom of the screen. It's just where I can really explain it, it's weird. But he's very vulnerable to side bunts against the wall and then down bunts on the wall because he can't really defend himself on the wall from anything above or below him. So, but if you get those new angles off, then it's going to trick a lot of people up like that right there. That's a good angle. And then even if they're expecting it, you can still use the down, and then he has a straight angle on the wall, so in case you get low on the wall enough, and you want to use a straight angle. What I like to do, because charging up that angle on the wall will take forever, I like to eat the ball, bunt it near the wall, then quickly get on the wall and hit it with one of the wall angles. That's a really good strategy right there. The thing about Latch is that he's immobile, he's really big, and he gets hit by a lot of things, and he has the worst jump in the game. And every character has a way that they can jump high into the air, except Latch, so that's a rip. Oof, imagine Candyman not even being in the top 3. Fucking garbage, Candyman. Alright. So when I first got the game, I used to hate Candyman. Now I kind of really like Candyman. He's pretty fun to use. It's not the funnest to use. And he's not even like anywhere close to being my favorite to use, but he's still like probably the funnest to use. That's just not a word. The most fun to use. Fuck. Alright. So that's Candyman's down. It's pretty bad. His up is where it's at. Basically circles around the screen. Basically kill anything that's near the edges of the screen. But you're not worried about that. What you're worried about with Candyman is using that special. And when you use Candyman's special, you shoot through the top left of the ceiling, it'll come out through the bottom right of the floor. You shoot through the top right of the wall, it'll come out through the bottom left of the wall. If you shoot it through the top right of the ceiling, it'll come out through the bottom left of the floor, etc. And it always comes back to Candyman. And since it does that, when it comes back to Candyman, if you hit it, you can hit it again, and again, and again. It will just come out instantly. If you know what you're doing, you can get it to come back to you like a boomerang, and then you just keep hitting that shit over and over and over again. It'll leave your opponent confused, wondering what the fuck to do, or they'll just hit it and know where you're gonna place it, but let's hope they don't know. Now the bad thing about Candyman is that he definitely has a big hitbox, because he gets hit by a lot of shit. And if you strike with him, you're basically dead. Like, I feel like if you strike with Candyman, you're like, if you miss, you're kind of dead. He has like that Sonata thing. But this between him and Sonata is that his special's really good. Like, he will fucking kill shit with this special. His special's a killer machine. Look at this. But the bad thing about Candyman is that striking shit, he has a really good float actually, probably the best float. And then his jump is just too high, like, it's a, like you think it'd be really good, but like, it just makes it so he can't steal bunts, and then sometimes he jumps over balls and he jumps too high. And then if the map has like a small ceiling, then he's gonna bump into the ceiling a lot, like, it's just really annoying having that high jump. When people bunt, you can't really take their bunt unless you slowly tap A. And then he doesn't really jump forward. Like, yeah, that's the main problem with him actually. He can't jump forward. Like, almost every other character can jump forward. I'm just not realizing this as I'm recording this video. I hope actually works this time, because you'll understand it's like my 10th time trying to do this whole thing, and it's 26 minutes long. I spent like 4 hours today just trying to do this. To jack off the dude today because I was sick. God damn it, don't even get me started on the fucking ALDS. So yeah, I think I'm gonna let the gameplay just rock. Candyman, amazing special, some good angles. Even though I say his down angle's bad, it's not that bad. It's really fucking fast. And then just the bad high jump and getting hit by a lot of shit, and the inability to jump forward kind of kills him.
Look out! Ah, damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Yeah! Yep! Look out! Yep! Ha! Yep! Yahoo! Yep! Oh, yeah! No! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it!
Let's roll! The thing that's gonna make my list different from any other list you'd ever fucking find on this game is that Dice is the third best character in the game. Yes, Dice is a beast, you understand? Okay, so Dice has this down angle that's really amazing, and this amazing special that complements his angle so well, you understand? So his up angle is really bad. It's like a slowed down version of Candyman's down, and it barely goes up at all. And it doesn't go forward like at all. But his special, you can tell off the bat, is kind of like a slower switch flip. Okay. But until you realize that his special comes back to him, and then you can bunt it, and that you can use his special backwards as well, up and backwards, forward and up, backwards and down, forward and down, backwards and up, straight up. Well, actually, you can't do that. Shit, look at that down angle! Look at that down angle! And then, here's the thing. Okay, that up angle is some trash, though. Look at that. But I'm gonna start showing this to you guys. Every time you use Dice special, comes back to you. Boom. and then it just comes back to you like a boomerang. So then every time you use it, you can just bunt it and then use that down angle, and then that down angle coming out that quick, that's like almost a guaranteed kill. It's a sharp down that covers the entire screen in a matter of seconds, even at a low speed. It's fucking insane. The other thing about Dice is that he has a small jump and a high jump as well, which I think is a little bit better than Sonata's double jump. Because depending on the situation, you need a high jump and a low jump. If I want to steal someone's bunt, I like Dice's low jump. But if I need to get someone, I need to steal someone's ball in the air, or I need to get a K-Man special, or switch flip, or latches, like eating the ball, I really like having that high jump. But that special is just amazing. You bunt it, comes back, and you use that down angle, it'll put the opponent on their toes almost every time, because that down angle is damn near impossible to predict every time. I've won games without even you can easily win with Dice without even having to use your special because of your down angle. Bobby, I wouldn't advise that, that'd be kind of dumb. You got the special, use it. You have the power, use it.
Let's roll.
So, the bad things, I can't really say much bad about Dice besides, like, he has probably one of the worst floats. You can't really charge in the air with Dice, which is kind of a problem. But Dice gets almost everything. Like, he can get stuff that's behind him by a long shot. It's not, I don't really think any other character can really do, really. So, let alone with his down angle, he's better than Latches Sonata. But combined with the fact that his special comes back to him, and you can bunt and use that crazy down angle, and he gets almost every ball, no matter what. Like, he can get almost any angle, like, that's behind him. And he has a high jump and a low jump for different situations. Yeah, Dice is the third best character. There, I said it. Better than Candyman, better than Latch.
Easy prey. Let's roll. Take that. Get out.
Switch, there are two main things that make Switch a beast. His up angle and switch flip. Now, by no means is his down angle bad. I could easily say that Switch's down angle is really fucking good. I can't really explain it, but it will get the job done. Switch's up angle, he hits the ball upwards and it goes backwards, which is really annoying because, say like if you're charging up his up angle, you hit it off. When you see a charged ball, your immediate reaction is to press X or press the strike button because it's coming right at you. But if you angle it up, then it's not coming right at you and it's going to kill you when it actually gets near you. And right there, that is the switch flip angle. Which is activated by pressing the jump button twice. You got full energy. Switch can also ride on the wall like so. When he's riding on the wall, he can strike. He can't bunt at all. He can't change his direction on the wall, so you gotta be wary of that. But he can switch flip in the air, which damn near makes the switch flip unhittable at times. Because usually the switch flip starts from usually the switch flip goes downwards and goes up. But when you switch flip it from the air, it's starting from the air and coming back down. Like, that switches everything. But the main thing you gotta be worried about with Switch is that the switch flip goes in the same angle every time. So if you know how to get the switch flip, no matter if it's going to the left or right, then Switch might not be good against you. You might be able to own Switch. Because without switch flip, Switch isn't that big of a problem. I mean, his up angle is really annoying, his down angle is really good, but without switch flip, Switch ain't shit. So, I mean, not a lot of the characters are good without their special. Not a lot of the characters are good anyway without their special. So, like the number one character would not be good without his special. Raptor. So, the bad things about Switch I can say, I would say is his jump, but he could just ride on the wall and then strike or even switch flip, which is just really annoying. Ooh, just really annoy the other person. So the bad thing I can say about Switch is that his angles are gonna go in, his special goes in the same angle every time. I forgot to mention that he can also activate his switch flip by having a smash angle, which I believe it's called, which is where he has the skateboard under the ball and you press A when he has under the ball, which I might show in the gameplay. I say the normal switch flip, just double A is better. The angle switch flip is alright if you're trying to trick them up or surprise them. It can get annoying. If you activate it early, it turns into a little waiting game where the meter takes forever to charge up. I can't really think of anything bad about Switch. I'm trying to think, but I can't really think of anything bad. I would say his jump, but you can just ride on the wall, so... yeah.
Yep, switch flip. Yo, switch flip. Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. Check this. Oh yeah. Game.
Oh my god, the day of reckoning is finally here. Raptor. Raptor. Why do you think his name's Raptor? He's a fucking animal. Dude, he's literally a goddamn reptile. Ugh. So Raptor has some pretty average angles. His down is nothing to really get excited about. His up is nothing to really get excited about. In some cases, I could even say his up is pretty bad. Raptor has a wall jump, basically like any game with a wall jump, like Metroid or Mario. Well, actually, Metroid's most of the time you only need one wall. Well, actually, yeah, Raptor only needs one wall, so yeah, perfect. Like Metroid, Super Metroid. Like that. Raptor can jump onto a wall, and if he'll almost always activate his down angle, which is what you want, because, oh my god, I fucking did it. Alright, which is what you want, because, his up angle is really bad. But as you can tell, Raptor's special is ridiculously broken. You don't understand how much this special increases the ball speed. So Raptor hits the ball twice, he can hold it down for 0.1 second, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, etc. Well, it feels like that long, I'm not exactly sure, but... his special ups the ball speed by like triple. So it turns like a 50 speed ball to like 200 to 800. It's crazy. And then he has like 8 different angles in which the ball can go. He can release it at any time. If you're waiting for the gauge to fill up, like look at the gauge when you activate his special. Like it just goes crazy. And then if you bunt and use his special, fucking game over. Like his special is single-handedly the most annoying to go against. But the bad things I can say about Raptor, there aren't really any bad things besides his jump. His wall jump is okay, but like, if the ball's in the middle, then he can't get anything that's high up. And then if you wall jump, he'll always activate his down angle. And then when you wall jump, you can't bunt, because if you try to bunt off of a wall jump, he'll just come straight down for some reason. It's really weird. Like, I don't know. Those are the bad things I can say about Raptor, but besides that, his special is just way too good for his own good. He can also bunt after his special, but it's really hard to do. You gotta get like a specific timing with the bunt button right after you let go of the strike button when you use his special. It's really weird. that's usually the angle right there, like 3 seconds ago, that Raptor special usually goes in. It's not too good, but it's just really annoying because here's why I realized Raptor's broken. Raptor and Switch are the only characters whose specials, you can activate them when the gauge is like, okay, so Lax, like, you can activate their specials, but like, okay, Lax's, at least he has to wait for the gauge. Switch, there's always a designated time. Like, every other character, there's a time where it's gonna come out. But Raptor, you decide when the ball's gonna come out. That's what I think makes Raptor broken. Like, the opponent has to play according to you. Now, yes, it's true. If say Lax eats the ball, the opponent has to play according to you, but they still know that there's 4 things you're gonna do with the ball. With Raptors, they just have to hope that they guess that you're, yeah, they just have to hope that they get the right timing of when you're gonna let go. So yeah, hopefully this video came out like it was supposed to. I am so pissed off today. It's like my 10th time recording this. I hope that if you've watched all the way to the end, like this point in the video, comment, easy pray, so I know that my hard work was not in vain.
Check this. It's over. Check this. Check this.
Game!